Okay guys, my name is Jordan, as you know, and this is Louis. We're going to be talking today about why we should keep the voting age at 18. And I want you all to imagine to go back to a time called in the 1960s where we had the Vietnam War currently going on, and we had young people, 18, 19, 20, some of you may be that, being drafted out to war, but then not have any say in who's in the office, who runs for president, who's going to be a House of Representative member, and who's going to be a Senate member. That is a scary world to live in, folks, and right now we live in a time where we have U.S. soldiers occupying Iraq, Afghanistan, and we also have tensions with North Korea, as well as a revolution going on in Syria, which we could be involved or not involved in, which is something scary that we have to really think about when we think about what rights we have when we vote. Next thing I'm going to be going over is my 3 points. My first point is that it is unconstitutional to change the voting age. My second point is it would be taxation without representation, one of the main reasons why our country is here today. And my third reason is that raising the voter age to 21 is going to discourage more generations of people to vote. Okay, coming back to my first point, it is unconstitutional. According to the U.S. Constitution, the 26th Amendment directly stipulates that the right of citizens of the United States who are 18 years of age or older to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state on account of age. According to the official website of HistoryChannel.com, Congress passed the 26th Amendment in March 1971, after being quickly ratified by President Nixon, who signed it into law on July of 1971. The reason this is because the United States had an obvious moral obligation to the young men who've been drafted fighting in this war, where lots of them died and had families and fathers lost, yet had no say in the appointing political figures who were responsible for facilitating the war. To change the voting age would be directly opposed to the United States Constitution and the liberties that protect it. If we were to change the voting age again, we would have to do so by removing the 26th Amendment. And if the 26th Amendment becomes easily disposable, then who is to argue that the First, Second, and Fourth Amendment cannot be removed as well? This is why the voting age should not be changed, because it directly puts our freedom of speech and right to bear arms and right to freedom of speech, from unreasonable searches and seizures in jeopardy. Coming to my second point, taxation without representation. According to Investopedia, taxation without representation, in which government imposes taxation on particular groups of citizens, despite the citizens not consenting or having an actual representative to deliver their views when the taxation or decision is made. We live in a democratic society. We can elect officials to represent us. By being 18, 19, or 20, and not having somebody who can represent you, you're still, all these laws that are applied to you, such as the death penalty and punishments, the payment of taxes, all are applied to you, yet you are not represented. Is that fair? I'm asking you guys, is that fair?
No.
Exactly. According to HowStuffWorks.com, taxation without representation led to the very famous revolt known as the Boston Tea Party in 1977, just as a little history lesson. And we know where that, eventually leads to. We've all taken U.S. history. 18, 19, and 20-year-olds are adults who play a very large part in the United States workforce and the United States government paying taxes. Even though a lot still do live with their parents, you have to consider that they still work. There are those people that are on their own, and we have to protect them and respect their right, to live on their own and pay taxes. Raising the vote, and coming to my third point, raising the voting age will decrease the number of active voters. This is known as voter suppression. A lot of people who are made very difficult and where it's made very inconvenient to vote, such as requiring IDs, requiring a certain level of education to vote, will further discourage voters. And if anything, it's going to affect how laws are made towards younger people, because they will not be able to vote for laws that will affect them directly. And then, just to sum up my 3 points, 1, it's unconstitutional. 2, it's taxation without representation. And 3, raising the voting age is going to discourage future voters. And I want you all to vote negative. Thank you.
Very good.